Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. I thought I'd come on, show you a little bit of what I finished today. Finished this month. Why did I say day? I meant month. I know there's a lot of people streaming right now. Thought I'd show you guys the diamond painting. Sorry about that to the one person in the chat. I thought I'd show you the diamond painting that I finished. This one is called Alice in the Snow. Today it is the finished pages for the month of July. I have decided to include this diamond painting. So yes, we did a diamond painting this month. And this is a 30 by 40. This comes from Heart Full of Diamonds. I hope everybody is doing well. We have pages. This is just the first pile. We have other piles on my bed. I hope everybody is doing well. This diamond painting was a 30 by 40. Hi, Kim. This is the diamond painting that I finished this month. I started it on camera, but I finished it off camera. As you can see, it's really, really shiny. This one is called Alice in the Snow. I have a white matte frame around it. This one is from Heart Full of Diamonds. It is a 30 by 40. I think I paid about $25 for it. Because the prices vary there, so depending on what you want to get, this is all nice and sparkly. You guys get to see the sparkle in it. And this one didn't have any ABs in it, so ABs are Aurelis Borealis. So I know, right? So I'm going to put this back, and then I'm also trying to keep a tally of how many books I keep finished, so that's why you see that there. I'm just putting this back on the wall where it belongs. I took that off my wall. So I'm trying to keep a tally of what I do every month. So as you can see, I already started writing down the tally. But what I did first is these two lovely Mariola Budek sets. I bought a set of Mariola Budek art that I really, really like her art a lot, more than I thought I would. This one I did, I think, with Monelli's. I did that. Hi, Lily. How are you? This is from a set. This one is called Hair Inspirations, and I finished it on 7/07/2020. Now, these go into my binder. I have a binder where I keep all my PDFs, my finished PDFs. So this one I did on 7/07. This comes from the set Hair Inspirations. This one also is the other set I bought, which is called Beauty Inspirations. I did this one with Copics. I think that I did this with Copics. I think I did this with some of my leftover parkour. I know I did the lips with the leftover parkour marker that I had. So that one I did there. Those are the two Mariola Budeks. We have a lot of books to get through, so this is going to be a long process. Then, of course, World of Flowers. We love World of Flowers. As you know, the last 2 months I've been doing a color along called Summer of Johanna. I didn't do much because I got distracted by other artists and other things. So, you all know we did this on camera. We did this all on live stream, guys. This was a 2-page spread. We did this all on live streams. Yeah, we did that all during a live stream. A few live streams. I think what was it, 2 or 3 to do that one. Then we finished the first half of this yesterday. Those who were on stream know that we do a lot on live stream, but we also do a lot off live stream. So we did this with a lot of different pencils, and this was different streams. Now there's a second page to this, but I count this as a finished page. Yes, you are here. So, So I'm going to be starting to take an inventory of how many books I colored in this month. So that way we know what we actually colored in. As you can see, I already have 2 Mariola Budek PDFs. So 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures, 4 books. So the next one, Magical Beauties coloring book by Christina Mcallister. Now this one is a really nice grayscale book. I colored in this one. I haven't even shown this yet on Instagram. This is called Elysian Guard. As you can tell, I kept the theme pink, purples, and reds, and some bluish purples, and had a little blue and had a little green in it, not too much. But I love this book because it has such great colors, and I don't even have to work really hard at the shading. And I did this with markers. I did this one with my Touch Cool and some Copics for the skin tone. The skin tone doesn't always work very well in these books. So as you can see, this is the sign of a nice juicy marker. This one has really, really pretty pictures in it, and it's not a color you'll hoard. I think the first one that I did in this one, yeah, I seem to have a thing for reds with my books. The first one I ever did was this one. Skin didn't come out perfect because the marker ran out. Yeah, juicy. Mermaid here by Deborah Mueller. Now, I haven't finished this one, but I did a lot in this one. So I did 1, 2, 3. I did 4 in this one. This is another one that I think I'm going to finish. That tells me how many. See, I'm also doing this thing where I am now going to count how many books I do every month, and then I do a finish to them all. So I can tell how many I did. So this is Mermaid here by Deborah Mueller. Now, a lot of you know that I like these books. I did finish a book this month. Not this one, but another one. So I like doing these. I did this one. The skin tone ran out on me, and that was the Monelli one that ran out on me for the skin tone. So I got a little angry at that. This is another one. You guys can't see it, but the skin didn't work out too well on the top because the marker ran out again. See, this is what happens when the marker runs out, and then I have to go over it with the pencil. So. This one I did with several different mediums. I did this with markers, gel pens, and sparkle pops. Now I want to show you what happened because I didn't put the blotter perfectly. So now it's on the bottom. You see the marks. So now I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm either going to color it really dark the skin to cover up those marks, or I'm just going to leave them there and just say, or I can black it out. Depends on what I want to do. That's what happens when you aren't careful with your markers. And then there's this lovely pink one. Had one that I did. So I really like that one. As some of you know, I'm really happy today because I paid off one of my credit cards. So now I'm down to 4. Yeah, it's a lot. That book is more the Mermaid Hair Whimsical Through the Decades is 2. I'm also taking a thing called Italia. You can 4, 5, 9, 11, and 6 books. See, I'm trying to do a tally in my head of how many pictures I actually do. So this is called Whimsy Go Through the Decades. Now, this was the first one we did on camera. We did this on a live stream, so I really like the paper. Now, this is the artist edition. This is not the edition that you get on Amazon, and this is not the PDF version that you can print off of Etsy. This one I bought through Hannah Lynn's website. Hannah Lynn actually has an artist website. Now, this one was a lot more expensive because for two reasons. One is spiral bound, and number 2, it's on artist paper. So artist paper is different than the paper you get on the Amazon books, but you pay a lot more for it. But, you know, I also say to myself, you get what you pay for. Now, this was funny because this one was a little bit of work because what happened was the marker dried up on me. So then I had to take a green pencil and take a pencil over it to smooth it out. So I did that one. This one reminded me so much of the 80s. Who here was an 80s child? And what I mean by an 80s child was that we grew up in Olivia Newton-John. Remember that song? Let's get physical. Let's get physical. That's what I thought when I saw this picture. Immediately I thought of this picture, you know, and all the crazy ass fashion styles. I love doing things like that. So I see there's a lot of 80s children here. Yay! There's a lot of 80s children here. This is good. So I only have one in the Fantastic Land. Okay, 7. It is, right? I was like, okay. So this is Fantastical Land. I think this is the one that we did on the live stream. Yeah. This is the one we did in the live stream, guys. Remember, this was the very first one I did in this book? So this is the very first one I did in this one, and we used markers for this one. I didn't do a background or a sky background because it just is doing that. So those are important. I usually use markers, but I do some colored pencil work during the month. So that's not to say that I don't do colored pencil work. See, what this is what I'm doing here is I'm taking an inventory of how many books I actually colored and how many pictures are in each one. So that way I'll know what books, and then I can also put down the links later on. So this is the Art of Mandela 2. For whatever reason, the first few pages of some of these books have started to come out in the little Mandela books, and I don't know what that's about. I might have to put them in the PDF folder if that continues in some of my smaller Mandela books. So this is one that I started off with this color, and then I went crazy because my markers dried up. So I was trying to figure out what colors I could still use in that marker set. So this is one way you use up colors in your markers if you want to see what's good and what's not good. So that's how I use my mandalas. That's how that came about. This is kind of like a monthly recap. I also, guys, started reading a book called The Nameless Queen, and I hadn't read YA because every time I try to read YA, when I first saw you, now this is a Korean book. This is the book that keeps pages falling out on me. So I don't know if I'm going to have to get it spiral bound. I think I'm going to have to get this book spiral bound at some point because the pictures are really nice in it, but the pages keep falling out like crazy in this book. So this is the page that I did, which is the coffee bar. As you can tell, all the pages started coming out of this book like crazy. So I'm not a 100% happy camper about it, but some of you may have seen this picture on Instagram. Because I didn't know what color the wood was, I had to kind of guess it. It's really good, The Nameless Queen. I'm reading it right now, and I'm really enjoying it. You know what it is? Sometimes I don't want to read, and I haven't read in a really long time, and so I'm like, then all of a sudden I start reading, when I was on the train with my mother to that cemetery in Brooklyn, and the cemetery was closed. It was overgrown. It didn't look like it had been kept for like forever. And my mother goes, they had cleaned this a few months ago before the pandemic started. So 3 or 4 months they haven't kept up the cemetery. And it looks like an overgrown wilderness, the cemetery. So that proved to be a little bit of a waste of time. So I'm very upset because I paid a lot for this book. So I'm thinking, So, this was done with different pencils. I just wish that this book had been better bound because it's glue bound. The problem with these books is that sometimes they're not glue bound. So here's one that I really like that I did a while back. It has lots of pretty pictures, lots of pretty female pictures in it. That's why I don't really use this book too often. Sorry, guys, I'm just taking a few more books. I think I only did one in this, but I'll probably be doing more because I love Grayscale. Oh, guys, I now have 3 more books coming. Originally, I only had 4, and I said I wasn't going to get any more. And then I ended up getting more. Like, really, I told my mother I wasn't going to get more. And then I saw a new Molly Harrison book in Grayscale, which is an artist edition. It's not the edition that I have of that. So I love when I can get spiral bound books. I really like them. This is just for my benefit, not for you guys. I'm trying to keep an inventory of how much I actually use. So this is Chibi Horror Grayscale. Now you guys know that I love Jade Summer, but I love her grayscales more. oh, that's funny, Chibi. So this is Chibi Grayscale. Now, a lot of you know, remember we did this on the live stream, and I actually dated when we did it. 7/22/20. So we did this with markers. Remember that? I have a few more to give away, but that's next week. We got to keep the money in check now because I'm not going to be getting I'm not getting the $600 extra a week now. So I was kind of disappointed today because there were no new DAC releases. I always look forward to my Diamond Art Club releases. Now, when I say DAC, and Michelle knows this, I mean Diamond Art Club. Now, as some of you know, if you're a Ruby or Diamond member, you get a 30-minute head start on everybody else because you're Diamond and Ruby and you've paid for that privilege. So you get that, and that means you get like a 30-minute head start to see what paintings they have. And so, you know, if any of you know this, if you buy diamond paintings from Diamond Art Club, they're really beautiful, they're really pretty, and you want to get them as soon as you can. So that was why I was complaining to Michelle when I didn't get the email. This is Enchanted Faces, 50 fabulous pages. Now, this is the full-size version. So I love looking at what they have. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily that I go out and buy them all the time with Diamond Art Club. So I do have another diamond painting done, but it's too big to show here. So, and I'm going to have to review it. So that's why I'm on a little bit early, because today I want to start doing some filming. I want to film some, they are and they aren't. Depends on what you get, Kim, and how many points you have. Yeah, if you have points, you can use the, if you get enough points, you can use it to buy certain things or get certain things free or get a $10 off coupon. I've gotten some points. I already did, Lily. I already bought the grayscale version of it. And I bought a new Deborah Mueller book. I bought an artist edition of a Molly Harrison book that she had on Etsy. I could not resist the book because A, I love grayscale and I love artist paper. So for me, that's a win-win-win. And it's a spiral bound. So if you're a lefty, and I know people who are lefty say that they like spiral bounds because it's so much easier for them. Sorry, guys. I had to take some more of my coffee. So this is Enchanted Faces. I like this book too. And, you know, I'm looking at this book as an evolution because when I started this book, it was a pencil, and then I got into markers. So, you know, sometimes you'll see books that are half marker and half pencil for me. So Enchanted Faces. No, I just happen to be looking for things. There's a difference. I look for things. I don't actually step ahead. I actually start looking for things that are going to make me happy. I have quite a Demeter Victoria collection. That wasn't even meant to happen. And I started... Hey, Nick and Tina. We're doing unfinished pages. I showed a diamond painting that I had finished in the very beginning of the stream. I don't enable. I simply show. That's the difference. It is a service I provide. Thank you very much. Now, this one. Exactly, May. Thank you. See, you know, DAC is not as expensive as everybody thinks because there are some companies that are very, very expensive with diamond painting. Like, I look at Mary's Diamonds and Bella Serafina. Now, I would love to get a kit by Bella Serafina. Don't get me wrong, but I think she's very expensive. But that's only because her kits are handmade. Secondly, Mary's Diamonds. Beautiful paintings. They're just not my style. But those are very expensive too. Depending on what, and then if you go to places like Pretty Neat Creative and Heart Full of Diamonds, depending on the size of the canvas that you want, they get more expensive. The bigger the canvas, the more expensive they are. There's everyday deals, which used to have free shipping for a certain amount of stuff, and now they've changed their shipping policies. So some of you may have seen those paintings that Anne got, those really small ones. So keep that in mind that depending on where you buy them, they vary in price. Also, if you're buying them internationally, they're going to cost more. There's Treasure Art Studios, which has lovely paintings, although their turnaround time is really, really slow, so you have to be patient and waiting for them because of the pandemic. So keep that in mind when you're doing diamond paint. Now, this one is called Marked in Ink, and this is a tattoo coloring book, and this has a lot of lovely. And then there's other companies now out there like Vanilla and Cinnamon. I bought an Angel. I'm waiting for that to come. Mythical Diamond Club, Mythical Diamond Art. I wanted to get a kit from them. Right now, they're all sold out. But when I looked at what the price was, they had one kit that I was thinking about getting. It was like almost as much as a DAC. Now, I don't know if those would be worth it to me to spend that much money on a kit. Because, honest to God, if I'm going to spend that money, I might as well go to the DAC for that kind of kit. That's just a personal preference. You know? You can get lovely paintings at Amazon for not a lot of money to see if you like it. So just keep in mind that when you get buying them, that they're going to be different. I did this one. I started this one a long time ago, and then I never finished it, but I came back to it this month for whatever reason. This picture just said, get me, get me. So it depends on what you want, you know. It's a taste thing. Everybody has different tastes. Now this one, I found out this one is a pop group like BTS KY. This book, I got it because I saw it on somebody's Instagram photo. Of course, right? I want to see how many books I colored from. So this is called Blackpink. It's by Quizio. Now the thing about this is the paper is really, really thin. So if you're going to use markers on it, definitely put a few blotter pages on because it's really thin, the paper. So this is the one that I did. Now the marker dried up on me, so I had to use a pencil to fix the skin. But other than that, I did use markers. So this was Blackpink. So that. Hi, Nika. How are you? I'll maybe move on this. So everything is different, you know, and then there's some books that I recently had to get rid of because I gave them away to different people and different relatives. Some people came in and they took the book and didn't even ask me. And so now they're missing from the collection, but I'm okay with that because I have plenty of other books. So we did this live. I think I did this when I got my new markers. So we were testing out the markers on this. So that was that. I remember we did this one live. I tell you, there's a lot of books I have. I have a tremendous amount of books. So this is 3. Sorry, I got to keep writing down what I have. So that way I can do a total. And then we'll know at the end of the stream how many books and coloring books I have. Vintage Model. Now, this is an adult coloring book. This is also from the company that does those Creative Lounge. Creative Lounge is another company. A lot of you have had books by them, I'm sure. Guess what, guys? I do not own any Belva family books. Believe it or not, I do not own a single Belva family book. So then I did this one this month. I'm not sure if this was the Color Your Hoard one. One of these three was the Color Your Hoard because I had just gotten it. Then I did this one. I know this one wasn't the Color Your Hoard one because I did this recently and I posted this one on Instagram. When I saw the coffee cup, I thought instantly Starbucks. So that's the color of Starbucks. This was the first one that I did in this book. To test the paper and the mediums. I was testing the paper and mediums to see that one. I wanted to see how the mediums would work. So I don't remember what markers I used, but I did use them. So. Now, this is a funny little book because this is called Fairy Portraits. I'm actually almost done with the portrait section. I have only 4 more portraits, and then they give you the bonus pages. You know, those bonus pages from other books. So I might actually color the bonus pages, even though I don't have to, but I'm only like 4 pages away. And this one, we're up to 16 books so far. This one is called Fairy. Exactly. When I buy DEAC, I know I'm getting a kit with everything in it. I know that I'm getting a high quality product when I get DEAC. But, I cannot justify the other companies until they have more reviews. Some of the newer companies like Mary's Diamonds, Mythical Diamond Art, Vanilla and Diamond. I did order a small one just to see what their canvases are like. Heart Full of Diamonds. I'm one of the few people that orders who orders a lot of different paintings. I've ordered like 3-4 kits from them, May, and I've liked it. I've ordered 2 kits from Pretty Neat Creative. The first one, I was like, they were smaller than I thought they were. I didn't realize when I ordered them that I was ordering a small canvas. The second Pretty Neat Creative canvas, that wasn't what I ordered, or at least that wasn't what I thought I ordered. So I've had some issues with them as far as the canvas. Now, these are like the Naughty Fairies. I do have the other book. I thought the other book was going to be more like the portrait style, but it's more like, different pictures. Everybody calls me an enabler, but I don't think I'm an enabler. So I've done a lot of pictures in this one, so you can tell my marker was drying up here. So that's what happens when your marker starts to dry up. You get a streak like this sometimes. So it does happen. I'm putting them back on my bed, so that way everybody knows that. And then this one is one of my new favorites, even though I don't color in it too often. Fiercely Gorgeous. We're up to 17 books. I like that. This is Fiercely Gorgeous. I did this one with markers too. They say that this is not grayscale, but they say it's grayscale, but some people have called it light grayscale, deep, like a beginner grayscale. But I don't care. It's a nice picture. The pictures are nice, If you want to practice doing faces and things like that, then you can do that. Just take a few more books. And then 2. $18 books. So this one is called Elegant Faces by Kiko. Now this is one of the earliest grayscale books that I have. I really like it because they give you 2 copies of each. So I did this one. I did the hair a long time ago, and then I was like, what am I going to do for the colors? So as you can see, I put a lot of sparkle pops as the background, and then I did the rest in markers. Like everything that's shiny is in the Pentel Sparkle Pop, which is my favorite gel pen, by the way. Then I also did this one. This is really a pretty one. This pink went into the Monelli set, and this was the last time I was able to use this marker from that set because it had run dry right after I had done this. So I was like, thank God I had enough pink to finish it. Nameless sounds like I'm a drug addict. It's like I'm enabling drugs. Only our drug of choice happens to be coloring books and diamond paintings at this moment. So then I have Maui Mermaids. This is the artist edition of Maui Mermaids 2, I think, right? Yeah, volume 2. So this is a spiral bound. Now, the thing about spiral bound, I did this one. I just thought this one was too cute to pass up. Believe it or not, this brown is a different color than the brown. It looks similar. Believe it or not, on this camera, it looks similar, but when you look at it in person, you do see the difference. It's so funny how the camera makes these two browns look similar, but they're not. Hers is the darker, is a lighter color, and hers was meant to be the darker color. So it's a funny little thing how the color doesn't look that different on camera, but in the thing, it does look different. Yes, we do, Miss Robin. So, and as you notice, this is spiral bound for those people who say, "Oh, I must have everything spiral bound because I don't like when my pictures are in." I'm always getting more stuff in there. Oh, that's the mat going up. The mat shouldn't be going up like that. I don't know why the mat goes up like that. It's so annoying. So, as some of you know, this is a newer book. Well, I had it for a while, and then I didn't color for it in a while, and then I liked it. So this is Woodland Beauty, Manga Girls. I don't take out the stickers till after the stream is over because something could always happen. So I did this one. I thought this one would be an interesting one to try and play with different colors. What? I know. I have a tremendous amount of books. I color a lot of pictures off camera. The way Robin reads is like the way I color. Then this is Beautiful Woman by Demeter Victoria. I see a theme with my pictures. Maybe 1 month I'll just have a month where I just color Demeter Victoria and Jade Summer. I have like over 100 books, Michelle. Maybe over 200. So you can understand that it's a lot of books. So then I did this one, which I'm really proud of this one because I started the picture a long time ago and then I never finished it. So I decided I knew the term enabler before I went into the coloring community. And I've given a lot away, so you can't say that I have so many anymore. You know, I've given away, I think, in the last 2 weeks, 40 books. So over the last 2-3 months, I've given away about 40 books and probably about 20 books to charity. And then I had 10 books taken. So Beautiful Woman. Now this one we did for Color Your Hoard. Oh, that's not fair, May. That's not fair, May. That's really not fair. Bad Fairies. Bad Fairies is one. Well, you have relatives that come over. So sometimes they like a certain book and they start coloring in them and then they take them. And they don't tell you they take them until you start looking for them. And then you're like, did you take that book? Okay, keep it. At that point, because I have so many, it wasn't that they stole them. They took them off the shelf, didn't return them, my relatives. So you know how that goes, Kim. And you're like, you're not going to say no to the kids. You're not going to say no to them. So I don't, nothing that it can't be replaced. So this is the one we did on stream for Color Your Hoard. I like this one. I Hate Everybody. And we did this one on 7/18/20. Some of the books I started dating. Lurking and enabling. Affiliates. I like the term affiliations. Kawaii Girl Fashion. Now this is the picture that I screwed up so badly. This is a picture that I screwed up the face so badly that I'm actually going to finish this page at some point. I don't think that you know what it was? It was books that I wasn't really using all that much. They were like the children's stuff they took. So, and then, I gave some to my niece. I actually sent some books down to my niece. That's not what I meant. I meant that my relatives took them, and then I also sent some books to my niece, to my nieces. Well, one niece in particular who's really getting into it now. She's 2 now. I'm going to get that picture that I screwed up the face. Like, they love the Disney stuff. I noticed that my niece really loves the Disney stuff, so I did this one. I've been having a thing where I like to dress the girls kind of in like 80s colors. We know it's from my Hannah Lynn. And then I did this one. I have lots of different books. I didn't do a background because I felt that there was too much blue. And this is actually the cover page. Believe it or not, this is the cover image. I did the cover image totally different. So I did that. Which I kind of like this book because it's more about like cute stuff when I want something cute and simple. Isn't that cute? I have one work in progress in this, and then I have one finished one. So this is the one that I finished. I finished this actually last night. It hasn't. So then I did this. I gave my niece the Lion King one because she had been eyeing it the last time, and I said no because it was a French book. But I decided to give it to her finally because she wanted it. So I gave it to her because she was eyeing that book last time she was here. So, and I haven't touched it in months. So I'm like, I'd rather give it to my niece who will actually use it. And that's the French book. That isn't even a US version. So she's getting a. Here you go. This is the one that's a work in progress. Also, I've been watching Warrior Nun on Netflix. I cannot tell you how awesome that series is. No. That's I think I I think that didn't come across right when I said that. This is the Art of Mandela. Now, the first 50 pages are coming out like crazy. Now, when I started this, I was going to do this blue-green, and then all of a sudden, I ran out of one of the colors that was in here, so then I was like, okay, let me find another blue that's compatible, and then I found this blue, so it was meant to be lighter blues. Absolutely, it's really, really good. I was recommended that by a friend who loves that stuff. And actually, Warrior Nun is based on a comic book called Warrior Nun Azalea. So it's based on an independent. It's an independent comic book company that came out with Warrior Nun some time ago. This is called Mosaic Mandala. This is the only Sunlight drawing book I own, believe it or not. We'll total up to 28. It's fantastic. Watch it the whole way through because it just gets better and better. So this is the Mosaic Mandala. So I did this one. I like these because they're black, and when you color them, when you fill in the colors, they come out really vibrant. So then I did this one too, just to try and get the colors different, so they come out really nice. I have little books, I have big books. So the idea is to always get the books out in a way that's timely. Misfits! Miss May will love these. I remember when I was looking for a bear and I didn't realize. Remember in the scavenger hunter, I couldn't find a bear. Well, guess what? When I went through this book, I found the stupid bear. Yeah, I know, right? Then I did this one in Marcus. I was trying to go for the creepy vibe. Didn't exactly come out the way I wanted it to. It came out cute, actually. It really, really did come out cute. I do like those books. I was like, yay. Now, this is another new Deborah Mueller book. One I did for Color Your Horde. One I haven't even released the image. This is called Magical Mermaids. So 3, 4, 5, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22, 20, 24, 26, 27, 29, 32, 33, 34, 36, 37, 39. So right now our total is 39. So that's what I'll do there. So far, our total is 39 pictures and 28 books. So this is one that I did. I wanted to do something different with the picture. So, of course, I dated it 7/23/20. So then I did this one, which I didn't date. I should have. This came out really nice. I like this one. So this marker faded after a while. So for whatever reason, after I did this one had a problem with the color. I had to go to another set to find. You know, we can't control the mailman, so. Yes, this is Colorful Seasons. Well, we have more. We have a whole lot more. I have a big pile still to go through. So this is Colorful Seasons. This is why my streams take a long time. I did this one with markers. I was, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something that's like with spring, maybe a little summery. I like this book because it has a lot of nice little pictures in it. A lot of people don't like the color books, but I do because they're really good for markers. So now if you're looking for books that, really accentuate markers, these books are great for that. Tropical Scenes. Now, we did most of this on live. I just finished it off live. So far, we have 30 books, 41 pictures. This is the one that I finished off camera. But I started this live, so somebody said they wish they could have a margarita like this. I want a margarita like this too. I was supposed to go to Mexico. In Mexico, they have these little fruity drinks. Only thing they're yellow sometimes. So I wanted a fruity drink too. Next up, Fantastic Beauties. I see a lot of portrait work in my stuff. Oh, margaritas, it's so good. They are delicious. Like when you get a really nice mixed drink, it's like so much fun. Fantastic Beauties. This is the one that I finished. I had started this a long time ago, and I never finished it. And so then I was like, you know what? I have to finish this. I need to finish this. This was done with Copic markers, Ronanelli, and Touch Cool markers, the new ones. So this was 3 different brands. Actually, that's nothing for me. Actually, this is Bloom. This is one picture. Now, this is an anime book by Ana Beleno. She does some really nice stuff. But I did this one. I just wanted to highlight this one. Thought this was a really nice one. But then look what happened with one of the markers. I was doing a picture and then I stopped doing it because the marker ran out on me. I'm like really upset because the hair doesn't look even now. As you can tell, the marker died right there. So I'm a little upset. The marker died, and I did everything I could to make it not die. Shook it, did everything. And they trust me, it wasn't a coat because if it had been gold, but I could have refilled it. I'm just going over it. So that was Bloom. Hi, Elizabeth. We're going over my finished pages. There's a lot of books here. I do have colored pencils somewhere. Now this is the marker CPR. Trust me, I tried everything with that. And it didn't work. So this is the one that you guys saw on Instagram. I really liked how that one came out. Then this is another one you saw on Instagram. I really, really love the pictures in this book. This is from Yana Prosverina. You know, I was going to get her fairy book, but then people were saying that I should wait for this instead because Yana Prazavina has an Amazon book on it, but they were saying that the paper wasn't that good, so I should just use this instead. Then we did Color in Heaven, Gothic Alchemy special. Now I haven't even posted this one up yet. And I did the Uninvited Guest. As you guys can tell, I should not have tried to do a background on this. I should have just left it alone without the background. I was trying to do something weird. It didn't turn out quite the way that I wanted it to, but it was an interesting experiment. You know, you learn from your experiments. This was an experiment that went wrong when I tried to put the background in. That raven came out good. I like the raven, but I just was like, I should not have tried to do a backpack with that. I should have just left it. This is called Pretty Girls with Wings and Things by Amanda S. Byron. And this is volume 2, Fairies, Everywhere. So I did this one. I thought this was really cute. And I just like, sometimes I like something cute. It's just something fun, just something different to do and wouldn't take a long time to do. This is 2. Summer Beauty. Now this is really nice pictures in it. I did this one. A lot of you didn't see this one. This was too light of a color. I should have made this darker to make it pop more. I just chose the wrong color in that situation. And then a lot of you saw this one on that one, and I used this one as color your hoard. So that was the first picture I colored in it. Fairyland by Molly Harrison. Fairyland by Molly Harrison. Now, I love this book. A lot of you know I love this book. Even though it's not a grayscale, you can still do a lot with her line art. This is a line art book. I love this line art. This is a really pretty image. I did the wings with the Pentel Sparkle Pop. You can tell I really like the glittery. I use the Pentels when I want to do like really bright, vibrant things. And yeah, that was a Marker one. A lot of you remember this one because someone said they wanted to see this book when I got that. See? This is called Color Your Mandalas. And now I wish more of the Color Ya brand was available on Amazon because they have a really pretty fairy book that I want to get. But it's only in Germany and the Dutch countries and the Netherlands countries. So this is Color Your Mandalas. We did this one on camera, and this also counts as a Color Your Hoard. I think we did these with the new markers. So that's the way you do that with the new markers. Now, Nick and Tina would like this one. Yep. This is Grayscale Coloring Book Tattoos. If I put JS, that means that I have more than one tattoo book. I use a bunch of different things. I use markers, pencils, gel pens, sometimes watercolors. Depends on what the book's paper is. So this is the one that we did in the tattoos. I like that one. I use markers and pencils depending on what the paper is like, or if I want to do it quickly. So I did this one. That's the one I did in tattoos. $40, A Book of Angels. Only did one. Yeah. So we are taking an inventory. While I'm doing this, I'm also taking an inventory of how much I have. So this one is A Book of Angels. This is Jane F. Hankett's. Now, a lot of you see May work out of these books. May works out of these books. And after I saw May doing one, then I decided that I had to do one as well. And so I picked this one. Now, the paper for this book is wonderful. You can tear them out if you want, but I don't typically tear them out. It is, because I think I did one other one in this one, but not for this month. Last month I did this one. Last month I did this one. This month I did this one. You know, sometimes I try to do the, well, you can watch the replay back when this is done. So, now this one, I'm almost done. I have done a lot of pictures in this one, so I don't have a whole lot left in this book to do. This is Nikki Burnett. It's a grayscale one, and this is the beginner's edition. It's like one of those pictures that it's one of those books that I try to do a picture from it each month. Because I've done a lot of pictures in this. So I've done a lot of pictures in this book. It's like really a weird book because the paper is like that Christine Karen paper. So I did this one this month. Now, this paper responds really well to markers. For whatever reason, this is like a Create Space paper, but this is like that glossy Create Space paper. But I'll show you some of the ones. I'll show you what I've done in this book. Like here, they show you the things you can do with it. Like here's this thing here. I've done this one. I've done this one. I don't have many pictures left in this one, so there is the possibility that I could finish this one this year. I think the first place I saw this book was on Anne's channel, so Anne enabled this probably. Because Nikki Burnett was first, I think the first person who ever mentioned Nikki Burnett was Anne. So then I did this one. I still have this one to do, so that's 1, 2. They have some great Halloween ones. 3. This was all done using different markers over the years. 4. And Copics work really well on this. For whatever reason, this glossy paper, that Copics work really well. This, I think, was one of the first pictures I ever did in this book. Because the paleness of the skin. 5. 6. See, I started this one but never finished it. 6. I was no expert when I got it in this May, so 6. So I have about 6 pictures left to do in this book, and then I'm finished. I'm not going to color the little things because those are things I like about the book. Oh, believe me, we have a whole nother pile, another big pile to go through. Then this one is Botanicolor Serene Flowers, and I did 1 in this. So we're going to see, can I beat Country Girl's 58 pages? See, this is nice. I like this. I use markers on this one. This has some really interesting flower pictures in it. Like this is good if you're kind of nervous about flowers and you don't want to go and get those intricate flowers. Like this is a good place to do that. Yes, Country Girl had 58 pages, if I remember correctly. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Valentine's Bliss by Jennifer Stay. Now, these are the really nice binder ones. I don't have many left in this one either. I found this when I was going through the boxes trying to find books that I could what can I actually use, what can I not use, you know. This is nice because I had started this a while back and then I just decided to finish it. I don't like leaving things unfinished. I don't know what felts are, Tracy. Are those like the felt tip pens? So that's the one there. Then I had this annoying one that I needed to get rid of. This one picture that's been annoying me. This is from Easter Bliss. This is also a Jennifer Stay one. So I did this one. I finally finished this one because I don't remember what colors I used, but you know, every time I tried to do it, I used a different pencil to complete it. Whatever I could find, I did. So I wish I had written down what I had started this with, so it could all look the same. As you can tell, this orange is totally different than this orange. Like it looks the same. Yes, I did color Deborah Mueller in July. I did show some books earlier in the stream for Deborah Mueller. Mandalas, Volume 3. So this is Mandalas. We used markers with this one. I used this one. I don't know which markers I used, to tell you the truth. But someone told me that I have a defective version of this, meaning that some images repeat and that I don't have the correct edition. So by the time I figured that out, it was too late to ask Amazon for a replacement. And then we did this one. So I actually did two in this one. I can't see it yet because I'm streaming so. I'm sorry that your internet is messed up. It happens. There's nothing we can do about it. Summer scenes. So this is a nice one. I did some of this in pencil. Some of this book is done in pencil. Some of this is done in pen. But this one is done in marker. I really like that. Yes, she has a green face thingy. I think it's Medusa or the snake woman or a Gorgon. If my mythology is right, if Medusa. So big fantasy coloring book in grayscale, 100 illustrations to color. I see a Medusa one. So this is the one that I did. I didn't post this one, even though I should have. I like the way it came out. I wish I had used the lighter brown though, because I don't like this brown. I really don't like the brown, but I wish I had chosen a lighter brown. That's, sometimes you pick a color and it just is like, oh well, you have to go with it. And it turned out nice, but I wish I had chosen a different color. Ah, pencil. Does everybody know what this is? Magical Delights. We all love this one. And I have a date when I finished it. I think I used Prismas for this. Yeah, I used Prismas. According to my notes, I used Prismacolor pencils and I finished this on 7/29/20. See, I wrote down what I used for them. Yep. Got a Clara in there. I always try to get one Clara McCover in every month. And now I'm also trying to get one picture done in this every month. This is Color in Heaven Calendar 2020. It has different images in it. Now, some of you may have seen the picture because I had done some of it, but I hadn't actually finished it. You may have seen it last month as a work in progress last month, but I actually finished it this month, this picture. So I did this one. And this comes by, this one comes by Nelly Schumacher, who's known as, what is her artist shop on Etsy? Oh, I know what the artist shop is. Hollow Moon Art. This picture is done by Hollow Moon Art. I did this in different colored pencils. I think I did this with Prismas, Polys, Pablos, and I think maybe a Crayola pencil, white. That's a pencil one. Just to keep that in mind, guys, that's a pencil one. The next one that I'm probably going to work to finish is this Christine Karen one. That's a whip in progress. I got to finish this one. I got to figure out what I want to do with this one. If anybody has any ideas. So this is what I'm working on in this one. So keep that in mind. I'm working on that one next. I'm trying to keep them in an orderly fashion. So that's what I'm doing with that one. That's one I try to do every month. Blissful Scenes, Volume 2. Only one? Yeah, only one. This is one that I did. We did this one on a live stream. I remember we actually did this one on a live stream. So we did use markers, and I think we may have used pencils for some of it, but I'm not entirely sure. So I did this one. It's a funny thing. It just is. Sometimes it comes along. A lot of it is also practicing with different pencils. This is why I wanted to go on early, you guys. Now you guys see why I wanted to go on a little early. Mythical Mermaids by Selena Fenneck. I did use some pencil in this one. I've been rediscovering this book. It's a really interesting thing that I've been rediscovering this. Oh, please tell me we're not buffering. Wow, 11 likes. Come on, guys. You can like more than that. This is Mythical Mermaids. It's a really pretty book. I love this book. I love Selena Fenneck's art. I don't get to do them too often, but this one I couldn't do on camera because it has a little bit of nudity, if you know where to look exactly. But so this one I really liked a lot. That to me was really a pretty one. Kawaii Grayscale. Yes, we did two in here. I think this is a new one, if my memory serves me correctly. So this is Kawaii Girl Grayscale. This is one that I didn't even show yet, guys, but I did do her. I really like how this one came out. I didn't even do this one in the line art, but I really like the way this one came out. Some of these I didn't do in the line art books because I was like, when I heard that they were doing a grayscale, I was like, I stopped it and waited to see it until I could get the grayscale. So I like this one. Oh, I keep the line arts of the Jade Summer books that I already have in grayscale. So, you never know. You might actually find that you could color them differently. So then, a book that I color in quite a lot. You guys know that I color in this quite a lot, right? This may be my favorite Demeter Victoria book. So you know when you get a message on your thing and it's just being annoying? I declare all my notifications because I keep getting notifications. So, Classy Princess, we did 3 in this according to my tabs. According to my tabs, I did 3 in here. This one I did use pencil to smooth out the skin. Then I did this one. I kind of really like the way this one came out. Because I picked too light of this. This came out really light because of my original skin tone for the marker. Came out too light, so I had to use a pencil to darken it a little bit because it came out way too light. So you guys can't even see the pencil work, but it's there, believe me. So we did 3 pictures in there. Guys, come on. You knew there was another pencil one coming. Slavic Beauties by Christina Novak. Now, I paid an arm and a leg for these books. Really, I did. This one I paid quite a lot of money for because I had such a hard time finding it at first. And remember, they didn't even deliver this book to the U.S. Remember that. They didn't even deliver this book to the U.S., so I hate when I get all the notifications. That's the only thing that I don't like about the new computer. On the old one, I didn't get any notifications. So I did this one with pencils. I think I did this with Prismas, Pablos, and Polys. I usually take all 3. This pink flower was an irritant that I mixed. I used 3 different pencil brands for this. Yeah, this book is hard to find, though. It really is now hard to find. So keep that in mind. Coloring book for grown-ups. This is one of those fat ones this was one of my earliest coloring books. That's a big fat one. Okay, Mr. Funny. I did this one. No, I do not walk around with a book in my hand. That's a misnomer. I think that's true, then please. That's not true. Yes, that's true. That's not true. Yes, it was. We have colors from 55 books so far. $50 beautiful mandalas. I'm gonna need another sheet. I'm gonna need another sheet. The inventory. We're taking an inventory. 50 beautiful adult coloring book mandalas by Jaja. Now, this is funny because this actually, in the back of every mandala, they have a Sudoku. Now, if you guys are not familiar with what a Sudoku is, it's a number puzzle. So this, I was trying to not repeat any colors. So I was taking my markers one out at a time. I think this was partly in my Monellis and my I sleep. I just color things really fast. When you use markers, you color faster. Hint, Kim, when you use pencils, you don't color as fast. When you use markers, you color faster, if you notice that. So I was using the don't repeat any color in your marker set. I think I was using the Monellis for that. So that's what that came up to. That's what that came to. And the book I finished. I finished this. Looks like oh, you so bad, Miss May. Adorn Fairy Hair 2. I finished the last 2 pictures in this. So I have 40, 41, 42, 43, 45, 46, 47, 49, 51, 52, 53, 59, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 67, 71, 72, 73, 75. We're at 75 pictures and 57 books. That's a record for me. So I did this one. Really like that one. See, when it shows them on camera, you can't see any of the screw ups. So I did that one. And then I did this one. We finished this book. This one I used the Parcours and Copics, particularly because I didn't have the purple that I needed to finish this, so I wanted to make it purple. So yeah, we finished this book. So there will be a finished flip through of this book. Guys, I have to do a flip through of this. Yeah, this is all July. Most people, this would be 2-3 months. Yes, all July. I don't think anybody's going to beat me. Watch, now that I've said that, there'll be some smart ass. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These 3, and then there's one more pile after this. That's small, so. Sweet and Simple Whimsy Girls. How many do I have in there? 1. I did this one because this is the one that's like kind of missing, and I'm trying to fill in, like, you know, when you have the book mostly colored in order. Now, you know, I look at this book and it's kind of funny because when I look at this book, I see some pencil stuff. So that meant when I got this book, I must have been doing things. And like, this is, where's that picture? This one here, guys, was done with Prismas and Black Widows. I remember this because I was testing out my Black Widows and trying to do the horse differently. So I have this one with Prismas and Black Widows. So here you go. This is that. Sweet and Whimsy Girls. I did this one with markers. So I did that. Fairies 2 coloring book. This is a grayscale one. Now, I might be getting done with this one too soon. I did this one. I'm trying to finish this one up too. I may keep this one because I like that. This is Fairies 2 grayscale coloring book. Now, I think I have most of this done. It's a weird thing because sometimes you don't even notice that you're getting the book done faster than you think you are. And then you realize you don't have as many pictures to do in the books as you first did. I may keep this one. I'm not keeping the Deborah Muller one because I just don't have room, but I like the pictures in this one a whole lot better. So I'm going to show you some of the ones that I have done in this. Just so you guys can see some of the pictures that I've done in this. I don't have many pictures left. I've done this one, which I really like, this one. Hey, and I had a hand cramp too most of the month. Hey, if I do pencils, it takes longer, mate. So thank God I had some pencil mark. Could you imagine if this would have been an all marker one? This is one of my favorite ones because it's like a 4-1. This one I started, but I didn't finish, so I have 1. Two. I have no idea how I'm going to color this one. 3. I've also finished books too, you know. 4. 5. 'I only have 6 pictures left to do in this, guys. Keep that in mind. I'm going to take the last books that I have and grab the last books here. Oh, Lordy. Only 1. Plus, I finished 2 diamond paintings, guys. Keep that in mind too. This is Sweet Home by Sally Berry. Now I did this one. Some of you may have seen this early in the month. No problem. This is not punk. Thank you very much. Now this one served 2 color alongs. This is Johanna's Christmas. It served my color along, which was Summer of Johanna, and Miss Ann's A Colorful Christmas. I did not see the video where she did the Christmas video yet, so I have that on my to watch list. But we did one in it. I did the owl. Who remembers us doing the owl on the live stream? No, one of the small ones, which was the Alice in the Snow one, which I showed at the beginning of the stream. You may have seen it as the thumbnail picture for the video. And then I finally finished the big one, the big Victoria Moon one. I'm probably later today or in the evening, I'll be filming a post review of that, because it's already done. So, and I've been working on that for like 3 or 4 months. So it was a 50 by 70. So that tells you how big the thing was. So we will be doing a post review of that. So Johanna's Christmas 1. But the problem is putting all this stuff away, guys. Plus, I'm going to do a finished flip through of the Deborah Muller that I finished. Mandalas for Relaxation. And I think Kim gave me this book. And some of these pictures I had been working on for a while. So it's not like I just automatically did it. Lily, a lot of them are A lot of them were from the previous month, which were whips. And then some of the ones that were marker based, I did them based in markers. So when you work with markers, you work a lot faster. So this is, like when you work with pencil, it's harder. And some of these picks I worked for months, especially I actually messed up on one of the little things. And if you guys can't find where the mess up is, when you color with markers, you color differently. And this is the only one that I messed up. I grabbed the wrong color. That was the only one that I messed up in. Now, the problem is I have to put all of this stuff away when I'm done with it. Keep that in mind. Erie, World Heritage Travel. This is now this one I had been working on for about 2 months. These pictures take an incredibly long time to do in Erie. So I'll show you the one that I'm working on in Erie. I did this one. This one is the one that I did in Erie that I finished. How you make you 3 a day? Okay. I see how you figure 3 a day. We're at 81. Which new book? That was the last new one I bought, the World Heritage one. I have a lot of Eries. Fairies 3. Grayscale. I did this one. Mind you, I did this in marker. When you do them in marker, and that's the book I just showed you, World Heritage. That was the Erie book that I just showed you the page from. Yes, I have that one. So I did this one. I didn't bother to do another border because I didn't think it needed the border, so I just left it alone. I like this one the way it is. This is called Hummingbird Fairy. I think we're going to be done. I think it's only 2 more. 61st. Yeah, only 2 more. '84. I don't think anybody's going to beat 84. I haven't even done any pictures. I haven't. Oh, Miss Michelle. Fantastic Beauties 2. We did this one. I had started it and then never finished it. So then I said to myself, you know what? I want to finish this page because, you know, I had done the blue outfit. The outfit had been done. And the hair had been done, but I hadn't done the skin tone. I hadn't done the background and I hadn't done the flowers. So it's been 1 hour and 28 minutes. I bought my World Heritage book from a guy called Best Korean Books. I didn't buy it from June or Moon. I bought it from a different guy, and it came like right away. It came from, and then we did one from when this came in. I did a picture in it, Flowery Beauties, which I want to do another picture in this book. I probably might start one today. This is a light grayscale one, and this is the one we did. I believe we did this one on camera, if I'm not mistaken. And we did this in the beginning of the month because I wrote down when I finished it, guys, 7/9/20. So we did a lot of books, and our total, Miss Kim, 66 books, 84 pictures, not 90. Yes, 66 books. I don't think I'm going to beat that. That's a world record. I don't think anybody is going to beat that. And we did 2 PDFs. I don't think anybody. So it's there was the Mariola Buddha PDFs, World of Flowers, Magical Jungle, Magical Beauties 3, Mermaid Hair, So we did a lot of books. This one is like Grayscale. So that was the last book we did. And if you're wondering about the new diamond painting, I have put that downstairs to work on that downstairs. So we did 84, count the 84 books. So I did about 2.5 books a day, according to Kim, if the record is right? 84 pictures. Yes, they do. You were close thinking it was going to be 90 pictures. Kim thought it was going to be 90 pictures. I figured about 86 was my number. I was a little closer. There's some books that I try to do 2 pictures every month in them, or 1 picture. So I try to do different pictures every month. So notice we had no Kirby. I have no Belba family books. I have 1 Color Crestopia book. I got to do that again. I have a Color Crestopia. I have a color by number book in the progress, but I put that back on the shelf because it was starting to get too messy. So hopefully, I have an idea, but I'm not sure which book I should do for Monday. Either it's going to be the Diamond Painting with Roses from Amazon, or we're going to do World Within Worlds, because this is also a diamond painting channel now as well. So we have to do all that. You were close though. Wow, 23 people, 2.7 a day. What you do? World Within Worlds. Okay. So Chelsea and World Within Worlds. So it's either going to be the sneaker pick or the bookshop pick with the waterfall. I'm not really sure. I don't think I'm a machine. Here's the thing. When you work with pencils, and a lot of people don't tell you this, when you work with pencils, it takes longer. Like if I work in something like a Johanna Basford, or I work with something like a Erie book, I am going to use pencils with that. What is AI? I don't know what AI is. And I'm not a computer. When I work with markers, it's fast. That's about the speed if I work with markers, Kim. But you also have to remember that I sometimes have works in progress. Sneakers next time. And everybody knows what the sneaker pick is in Kirby's book. So a little artificial intelligence and AI. But, one of the things that I was really happy about, and I was talking about it a little bit in Michelle's stream, is that I did finish paying. I paid off another credit card today. I'm really happy about that. I paid it off. So now I'm only down to 4 credit cards. That's a really good feeling for me. Kim T, you don't have a YouTube channel. A big country girl who had 58. Country girl had 58. I know that for a fact because she said 58 pictures that she did. 66 books. So let's see who beats that. Usually there's always one person who beats me. But depends, depends on how detailed the picture is too. Because sometimes I go through some pictures like, boom, it's easy. And then other times I go through pictures and I'm like, nope, stop, you're not getting them. So every picture is a little bit different, you know what I mean? Like I love that this was an interesting thing to see this. So next month, I will take this out again. And this is July. Yeah, you do post a lot of internet ones on Instagram. Anyway, guys, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. So hopefully we'll see what happens in August with the floor and everything going on, because actually I have to tell you guys something else. Now it looks like the floor may be postponed a little bit, because now my mother has to buy insurance. Then she has to submit the plans for any kind of improvements to our board. So she's got to pay an extra bit of money for that. It's on. Oh, I'd like to see how many pictures you do, Miss Kim. I'd like to see that. Me and Kim always have fun. It's just the way we are. The same way I'm with Michelle. So I was really happy, you know. And anyway, guys, I want to thank you very much. Hope you all have enjoyed this. I know I came on early today, but that's only because my mother's not around the weekend. So now I can do some work. Anyway, bye, guys. I hope you all have enjoyed this. So everybody, I hope you stay safe and well. Plus, I finished 2 diamond paintings. So you can consider the 2 diamond paintings, 2 DPs, 86. So anyway, bye everybody. I hope you all enjoyed this and have a good weekend and stay safe and have fun. Bye everybody.